Who you side with, yeah, that's who you tied with. Who you ride with, yeah, that's who you die with. Yo, what is good? Monday afternoon, what's it like? 4 o'clock right now? 4 o'clock somebody's time anyway. Whatever the case, what's good? It's been a minute. Another busy weekend coming up next week. Got a relative getting married. One of those places where a lot of people get married. So it's gonna be wild. A lot of family gonna be there. Not everybody not going, so I'm kind of disappointed in some of my family members that's not going. But for everybody that's going, shout out to you. Anyway, what up? Whatever. I had one of them crazy last weeks. Woke up this week and was like, I'm back. So I got my workout. The shed is completed. The weight bench is done. So I'm able to get my workouts the way I want to. Able to hit me some balls the way I need to. My hand is still a little sore. I haven't really played too much real golf. I'm trying to. My therapy's done, so I'm done with therapy. Done with my doctor visits. I'm done with all that. But I'm not going to have surgery. There's no cure. I'm on my second dose of steroids right now, which the first one, I played golf the whole time I was on the first dosage, which I probably beat my hand up a little bit more than I should have. But this time, I'm still doing my exercises and my stretches. But I even stole some of the things that they was doing in therapy, which I'm going to do at home. But it is what it is. The cortisone shot was talked about, but all in all, I'm going to be wearing some braces for a little while, give it a little time to heal. Anyway, I got a long list of to-dos for the week. On Monday, I already jumped on a lot of it, so I'm already moving. Body in motion stays in motion. That's one thing that I want to tell everybody out there. If you're a list person, whatever, whatever. This is me. So crossed out circles, do tomorrow, whatever. But this is my to-do list for the whole week. So whoever you are, whatever you do, I just advise having a to-do list. Especially for creatives who need to space out time specifically to be creative. Having a to-do list is always great because once you do the things you have to do, then you have room to do the things that you want to do. And if you're me, you include those in your to-do list, like writing, like making videos. So anyway, today, and I said it last week. I said next one I do is gonna be morals. I didn't know it was gonna be a whole week, but today I'm talking about morals. It was a great weekend, and like I said, when you're away, it gives you time to reflect and think about stuff. And when I think about stuff, I get deep. So, but what I was realizing is, as people, we're getting away from morals, and morals is just the basic things that you teach your kids. So even with the stories that are being told, we're losing morality, and I don't want to beat a dead horse because I know I talked about Kevin Hart the last time, but same thing. I guess he got a little podcast or something, and he had Kelly Clarkson, or I'm not big on all these names and all this stuff, but and she brought up a situation, and she said, it's like when people are offering you a lot of money to do what you don't want to do, and he started, and maybe he's just being funny, whatever the case may be, but to me it's funny because just last week I literally was talking about that same person neglecting his morals when it came to taking the money. So I guess when I see something like that, it's just telling me that never mind. And it's funny because the exact same person I was talking about is the same person saying, shh, forget your morals. It made me think, are these the people that we're selling to our children? Are these the people who we're taking our kids to go see their movies? And, what lessons are they teaching their children, when they won't say no to money? Where I grew up at, my big cousins and all their homies, they used to play dominoes all the time. And one of the phrases I used to always hear, all money ain't good money. So when I sat down, I did, Nick, all money ain't good money. Fit it up in you. That's just the way it went down. But one of the lessons I learned early is all money ain't good money. And I was reading a book last week. Actually got it right here. It's called, here's a free plug, Business by Design. And one of the topics, are you going to chase physical currency or spiritual currency? And I always think back to The Devil's Advocate as a really good movie. And what's his name? Lindell. I get messed up with names, but the black dude who had the accent, who put the nail in the tongue, spiritual currency. Always stuck in my mind about spiritual currency. And morally, you can't chase physical money. Morally, you can't, because a prostitute can't make money if she's living off morals. A drug dealer can't make money if he's living off morals. Someone who's pushing, like in his music nowadays, like, and it's not just one genre. You listen to all genres of music, and they pushing negativity, and they getting paid a lot of money to push negativity. Spiritual currency don't work that way. You don't reap the rewards of spiritual currency here. Spiritual currency, you in a whole nother. Your physical never appreciates spiritual currency, but your morals line you up so you can have spiritual currency. So just be mindful when you. And it's not only when you're being creative, it's when you're watching other people being creative. Pay attention to the morals that they're pushing onto you. When I was younger, I used to listen to, 90s rap music. I grew up in the 90s, and that was the music that I liked. So I'm listening to people like Spice One. It's a lot of people I can name, but I'm just saying, like, some of the Compton's Most Wanted, like some of the gangster rap, like, it never made me want to be a gangster or a street gangster, because I think we got away from that, because I think the gangsters of the old school, like mobster gangsters, and even not just mobsters, but like black gangsters and gangsters of the 60s and 70s, they had morals and they operated on code by morals. And I think today, everybody claiming they gangster, but y'all don't forgot, gangsters got morals. Gangsters was blowing up people's houses and mama's houses behind morals, behind principalities, not feelings and emotions. So, this new gangster that I'm hearing y'all talking, y'all ain't really gangster. Anyway, the last thing I want to touch on when I talk about morals was I watched a little video, and it was Candace Owens. Well, first of all, I just seen a picture of her wearing a shirt that said White Lives Matter with Kanye West. And, that's fine if you believe White Lives Matter. I mean, you got kids by white people, both of you. So maybe you feel that the person that made your child is more important than your child, because either way it goes, your children are still black. But, hey, I'm not into all that stuff. But to see her wearing a t-shirt that said White Lives Matter and see her bash Black Lives Matter, which, as an organization, I can maybe understand it, but as a talking point, like if white lives matter enough to put it on a t-shirt, without being associated with BLM, Black Lives Matter should, why wouldn't you guys wear that t-shirt? Because you guys have black kids. But, again, I don't get into the politics of things. I get into what people say. And what she said was, she doesn't believe that black people deserves reparations. And even if you got reparations, it's only going to be $200, so what's that worth anyway? And, she's probably right on that part. But the one thing that she did wrong in my eyes, she brought up other nationalities who did receive reparations, in different forms. So she ignored that. And then she said, what's it going to do for you? But it just made me think of, I don't know how many of you guys, maybe early 90s, late 80s, a lot of black people sued Denny's. It was a class action lawsuit against Denny's. I don't know who know about it, but if you was black and you ever ate at a Denny's, some of you may not have even ate at a Denny's, but mostly everybody got in on that class action lawsuit, which really took away from the people who really did have experiences, because maybe they would have got a lot of millions, but now you got all these people like me, a 12-year-old kid jumping in, because I got a check at 12 years old. I got a check from Denny's because of the experience that I had, and I felt that it was racist. But it didn't make me feel like I won. It didn't make me feel like racism was over. But what I did feel like in the future moving forward was, because, I mean, let's be honest, black people who sued Denny's, did you stop going to Denny's? No. Okay. So you continued to go to Denny's, but you had allowed Denny's to treat you as they treated everyone else. So, when someone acknowledges wrong and acknowledges it in form of compensation, that says, I know I was wrong. So for Candace Owens, who continues to defend America, my question is, how can you trust America moving forward if they can't even tell you they was wrong about something you know they were wrong about? Something they know they were wrong about. So my idea is, whatever the number is, I don't think it really matters. I think come up with a number. If that's $100 a person, attach it with an apology. And what that tells me is you acknowledge that you made a mistake. You're trying your best to right your wrong. And moving forward, that's the thing. Moving forward, I understand if I wrong you again, you're going to hit me in the pockets. And no one wants to be hit in the pockets. I don't care who you are. Look, the best they can do at Trump right now is try to sue him. What's that? Hitting him in the pockets. No one wants to be hit in the pockets. So, if you want to show me that you really felt like you was wrong, write a check. It could be $25 a person. Attach an apology. And then tell me moving forward, we're not going to have these problems no more. Maybe it worked, maybe it don't. Again, I didn't. And she says she never was a slave, but the things are, when you're a descendant of slave and still had to grow up with Jim Crow laws, I don't think it was the slavery that was the bad part, because, okay, yeah, everyone does slavery, but it was the part when you said everyone's free now and everyone has equal rights. And that was a lie. That's the part where I think people, and not only black, but just people, deserve reparations for. If you want to start with a group of people, black people is always going to be a good candidate to start with in America, since, a lot of them don't know it, but this was their America first. A lot, when you was little and they was talking, oh, I got that good hair, oh, that's that Indian in you. Hey, you ain't Indian, you just ashamed to be black. Nah, we was Indians. Do you really think the United States of America that we look at on the map today was filled with all these people, and they just took all these people and just moved them into Oklahoma and Pachanga? You think they took a whole United States boatload full of people and moved them into Oklahoma and Pachanga? They couldn't get rid of you. All they could do was slave you and tell you that you came from somewhere else. Anyway, practice your morals, practice your writing, your reading, your learning skills. On fire. This song just a form of repentance. I promise I was pure in every word and every sentence. And I don't even care if they like shit. Get it? I did it for Jehovah, yeah, cause he my only witness, huh? Forgive us for we know not what we do. And we hear so much that we don't know what is true. I think I heard a voice but can't tell if it's you. I had a dream.